Guys, it's Wolvie here, guys. Just giving you an update, guys. Nothing has changed. Everything's going in steady ahead, and certain platforms actually will have their funds released today. Right? Private contracts are getting paid today. Okay, so everything's happening, guys. Okay, we're just waiting for the 4B. I know most of you people have currency, and we're just waiting for the notifications to come in. But for the rest of them, these people are definitely getting paid. All right, take care, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
Folks with money have been the facilitators, not the bond holders. When the bond holders get their money, then hell yeah, throw a party. We are very, very close. There seems to be some confusion on that one. That's why I was very specific in saying the facilitators commission. But on the positive side of that, man, I've got it is flat lit up. I can't tell you the number of bond contacts that are telling me that they will have their part outside from facilitators. I'm talking about the bond holders. I have so many of them that have checked in have expected theirs going into late this week and early next week. I'm talking about the bondholders, not the facilitators, not the lawyers. I'm talking about the bondholders having money. And it has come from so many different sources on 3 different continents at this point that I feel like it is probably pretty safe that we're going to see bondholders, not the facilitators, not the attorneys, not the paymasters. I'm talking about the actual bondholders with some cash. So I'm very, very excited. Northman, my assumption is because those fees were supposed to be paid out in fiat before the new system. They wouldn't close it. They wouldn't have spent that money if they weren't certain it was going to finish. I wouldn't say another week. I don't know for certain because theirs could come after. Only truth, they're not allowed to double dip. That's all I'm going to tell you on that front. They're not allowed to double dip. And they have to get theirs. It's all part of resetting the system. Mr. C has gone over this many times. I've gone over this many times. You have to close out the old books so you can start the new books. Closing out the historic bonds is part of closing out the old books. But it is my understanding that the bonds themselves have to go out and asset back. So to me, it makes perfect sense based on what a couple of different paymasters have told me, that they are paying the commissions out first, then they pay the bonds and asset backed, and then you and I all go to the bank. Reading a few of these. I know we got to dive in. Oh, it's 8:10. Let's get to it. A bit of news out of Iraq. Guys, I continue to get more and more bond updates. And the timing is being confirmed from nearly every one of them. Let's see. Let me do that math. 12 days ought to be very busy on that front. I'm still a little confused because I've not heard much from groups yet. I had a couple of folks that are involved at higher levels with groups that recently went to be in place, and all they'll say is they are working hard, but I've not heard a leak. Bond crew started talking recently because they are being set. Their final appointments have been given all kinds of updates, even some background as to what's been going on. We continue to hear that this is an absolute top priority for Trump. I hope that's accurate. And that we're off the stuck spot. So I just wanted to share that. Now let's get into Iraq. Kurdistan Council of Ministers confirms its aspirations to resume the region's oil exports as soon as possible. This one really is big, guys. They're talking about resuming them still in the month of February. Before March even starts, they are supposed to fully resume next week. It's our understanding, my understanding, that this may be one of the big keys we have been waiting on. Parliamentary finance, U.S. sanctions will exasperate the dollar crisis, and there's no government plan. There is a government plan. But we have a parliamentary minister that didn't get the memo. Actually, probably got the memo. What they're doing is reinforcing that they are going to have to make a change and change the value. If the U.S. is going to continue de-dollarizing, then they are going to be forced to increase the value. I'm loving watching some of these. Official denial and popular fears. The spread of the counterfeit Iraqi dinar raises the panic of citizens and merchants. Guys, 99.9% nothing you need to worry about when you see that. Do not panic. There are a million videos out there where you can check security features. The claim is that there has recently been a large influx of counterfeit bills coming out of Iran. The CBI says while they have caught a few, it has not been widespread or large. But this does pave the way for new bills with new security features. What has been in the news recently in Iraq? Oh, we're worried about this. We're going to need better security features. We're worried about possible counterfeiting. Perfect cover. We know in 2018, guys, that they did a contract with Delarue to print all new currencies for the country. Great cover in my book. Restructuring Iraqi banks. Government's plan to protect the financial sector. Yep, get it in the banks. Doing a complete overhaul. International standards connected to the world. I.e. no sanctions. International, connected to the world. A lock, inflation drops to 3%. We shared an earlier one this week as they were talking about inflation. Actually, it may have been Saturday, I think. Now we've got official numbers coming out, guys. It puts them on par with the United States. And they keep talking about the currency and fluctuations. But meanwhile, they are very much controlling their inflation rate. Safe, stable. We're going to go back to Shabibi. Safe, stable. I'll give you an increased value. I'll give you a new dinar. Economist explains the reasons for launching financial bonds. I love this. It's like economics 101. How many times have I said this recently? Somebody in Iraq has been studying Austrian economics and they get it. Instead of running deficits, you sell bonds to the people to cover shortages. Instead of printing extra money out of nowhere, you sell it to the people in bonds. They kind of used to did that in the U.S. until nobody wanted to buy them. Then they became like T-bills, mechanisms, tools, etc. But then the bond gets paid back and you don't have a deficit. I love how this works. Hello, Al. Lilypad, they don't need a rate. Why would they need a rate to get a bond paid? They're getting paid in whatever country they're in that native currency. So the short is they don't need a rate to get paid. Patriot, does anyone else find it interesting, annoying? Well, it's the nature of the beast as to why. Oh, is that an Akita? Kind of looks like an Akita. Pretty dog. Can't tell from here. Yeah, anyways. It's because of the nature of the beast. When we get to 4, it's done. So there's no information coming about 4. There's all kinds of information about all the steps in between, but there really is nothing on 4 because at that point it's finished. But that's, in short, why you don't get anything specific to 4, because at that point you've already crossed the finish line. The race is a mile, and you're running four laps around the track. You're really not too worried about all the obstacles after the finish line because you've already crossed the finish line. That's why you don't. I thought about that too, and then I was like, duh.
11 p.m. Reno time last night. That did not happen overnight. I don't know why. One source is telling me it's the Iraqis, that for some reason they held back. Again, why we left this up to the sand people in Iraq, I don't know. They should go. There's no reason for it not to go. And we're still on a timeline where if certain things are going to happen, like the revaluation of gold and stuff, they should get to this. I would say maybe listen to TNT Tony today, and he'll tell you, well, it was supposed to happen last night, or it's supposed to happen today. We don't know. I don't think Jen knows. I certainly don't know. What I do know is I'm going to reiterate this, and this is true. When Wolvie tells you this, over on his side, it is true. I can confirm absolutely that people on the bond side have received their funds. If they've received their funds, it's only a matter of time before we do. That's the reality of it. So we're just waiting for that time. We were pretty sure it was going to be last night, but once again, it was not. And there's not anything that Jen or I can really do about that.
There's a theory that they're waiting for Kash Patel to be sworn in for that, and then they've just moved that to Thursday, so that might have an effect.
Yeah, that could be it. It could be we need Trump's cabinet complete before it's announced. We don't know. So, it could be that there is a plan in place, for instance, to have a cover story out of the FBI, and they can't do that until Cash is confirmed and sworn in. So we wait, we see. We wish we had more to tell you, and I remain excited because literally everyone. Now, I haven't spoken to Mark, and I wouldn't be able to relate things Mark told me if he told me not to. So I would refer you again back to Mark. Mark is going to be the most up-to-date guy in terms of having the most accurate inside information, in my opinion. Watch Whiskey and Wisdom tonight. Maybe there'll be some more movement by then. We just don't know. The broker is telling me that he doesn't know of anybody who's been paid. I do, who's on the bond side of it. He, last I checked, was waiting to hear and get his contract, which would show him his payout and get himself paid, and he has not received that at this time. So
I think they're probably just finishing up the other tiers still.
Yeah.
Because listen, if somebody is getting their commission, the client's been handled.
Yeah.
Where do you get the money to pay the commission? You're not going to hear from bondholders when they're under NDA and they've been paid.
They're told not to say anything.
So,
yeah.
As far as yesterday, all the contacts are saying everything's still moving. There's been more word of people getting paid, getting commissions, things like that.
Yeah.
Just because it's quiet this morning, well, it could be because nobody could talk about it. Then yesterday there was a theory that, or day before, that cash has to be confirmed, like cash equals cash. Remember that? Was that Monday?
Yeah.
And then we found out that they moved it to tomorrow. So that could be true. Everybody's just waiting until they finish up the other tiers and they send out the notifications. I mean, it's the only place you have to go is the next tier when you're done.
Right. And just to be clear, the two bond people that I know of, the one guy that I called the bondholder for a long time, that was a misnomer. That's not what I should have called him, but that's what I called him. The bondholder and the broker. The bondholder was doing public collections through governments of historic bonds, like German railroad bonds and Filipino Super Pacelli bonds and things like that. He was bringing them in directly to Treasury. He has been paid his commission. The broker, the other guy who hasn't seen anything yet, is doing private transactions. And I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to say it. Private transactions on behalf of sovereign governments. So that's might be a different thing. Hopefully he's next. And then after that, supposedly we go sometime after that. So we're waiting for all this stuff to happen. But they are slightly different definitions of the bond side of it. I can tell you there absolutely is movement and payment on the bond side. I can confirm that personally, and Mark has confirmed that. So there we are.
Hey guys, how are you? So what's happening? An update with Mum. She's absolutely fine physically. She's absolutely fine mentally. She's, not so great. Being fine, stuck in hospital is not great. She's off the IV antibiotics, and they just want to do a couple more scans with circulation and things like that. So she probably won't come out until Monday or so next week. But each day, because she's not doing okay that well mentally, I'm there from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. every day. And then I get home about 9:45, and then I still got to do dogs. I still got to try and answer a few messages. So I'm getting to sleep about 11:30, and then waking up at 4, 5 in the morning and starting the day all over again, doing everything I need to. So for people waiting for private sessions and all that kind of stuff, it's just, at the moment, it's basically impossible. I cannot get to the private messages because what I do usually during the day, I'm having to do in the morning now. So it's just impossible to get to the private messages, emails and all that. I just don't have time. Can't do it when I get home. I'm too tired. And then in the morning, I'm walking around like a zombie. So as soon as Mum comes out of hospital, I will catch up. So thank you so much for your patience. Now, everything was meant to happen last night, and Iraq did not go forward. Notifications did not come. Many people are really pissed off right now. Really pissed off right now. I heard from the medbed team, they're pissed off. They're waiting. They were told it was, they were going to be treating people last night, and they're still sitting there twiddling their thumbs. They're really annoyed. So we're just waiting. Oh my God, how stressful is this? It's just, don't know what to tell you guys, except it just didn't happen. There's no excuse. Nobody knows why. Just whatever. So, it is coming. All the signs are there. Everything's there, like it has been for so long. So just go outside and, I don't know, go for a walk. Do something. Paint, draw, go for a horse ride, bike ride, or whatever. Go for a picnic. A picnic sounds really nice. Go for a picnic with your family or by yourself. Sit under a tree and have lunch or dinner or breakfast. Just listen to the birds and watch the clouds go past and relax. All right, it's all coming. We just don't know the timing. And yeah, it's no words. All right, everybody, have a beautiful day and try and relax a little bit. Okay, bye.
Breaking news. The money is already in the accounts. Banks confirmed today is a historic day. We address the entire Antonio Diogenes community with absolute certainty. We have reached the decisive moment. All banks have activated the payment protocol. What we have long awaited, what once seemed like a distant dream, is now a reality. This is a global celebration. The money is already in the accounts of those linked to the process. The headquarters of international banks are buzzing as they adjust their systems to the Grand Fund Distribution Protocol. The entire world is in motion. Banks in Central America have begun the necessary procedures to receive beneficiaries and process managers. This unprecedented financial deployment is unfolding before our eyes. Although lower levels may need a bit more patience, there is no doubt the unstoppable flow of resources is underway, and nothing can stop it. Our key informant within the process provides compelling and staggering information. Some groups have already been paid. In the coming days, more groups and their members will begin receiving their funds. Yes, you heard it correctly. Payments have begun, and the wave of prosperity is in motion. Nothing and no one can stop the monumental change that is coming. Another confirmation from our internal sources is equally momentous. The Chinese elders have released the funds in Asia. Yes, the machinery of this colossal financial operation is running with absolute precision. Everything is advancing according to the master plan, executed with the meticulousness that only such events require. Nothing can fail. To those who have waited with faith, patience, and determination, this is the moment to reap what has long been awaited. Every obstacle we have overcome, every barrier we have broken, has led us to this crucial turning point. The movement is unstoppable, and disbursements will continue flowing in cascade. The international banking system has aligned all its protocols. The agreements are signed and sealed. The funds have been released with pinpoint accuracy, and the financial system is working tirelessly to ensure distribution is completed as quickly as possible. This is an indisputable fact. We are not talking about empty promises or uncertain speculations. We are talking about tangible realities. The funds are available, the payments have begun, and in the coming days, more and more people will receive what is rightfully theirs, joining this massive financial transformation. Let the excitement of this day fill our hearts with joy and gratitude. Let's move forward with strength, confidence, and determination. This is just the beginning of a new era. Congratulations to everyone. Let's remain firm and united. Victory is ours, and the process is an undeniable reality. With faith and patience, Antonio Diogenes.
Story of a member of this channel. A few months ago, a soul who decided to join us was going through a very dark moment. He felt that he had lost all hope, that the doors were closing one after another, and that life no longer made sense. But something changed when he joined this community. Through the messages, the videos, and above all, the support and love of all of you, this person found the strength to get up, to heal, and to believe again. Today, that same person shares with us how his life has been transformed, how he has recovered his inner peace, and how he now walks with the confidence that everything is possible in God. This is just one of many stories that move me every day, and all this is thanks to you. Now I want to pray for each one of you. Lord, I thank you for each member of this channel. Thank you for their lives, for their faith, for their love, and for their courage in facing their battles. I ask you to cover them with your blessing, to guide them and give them the peace that only you can give. Lord, open their hearts to your wisdom and love, and help them to walk confidently towards the future you have promised them. May each one of them feel your presence, and may your grace accompany them in every step. Amen. If you agree with this prayer, I invite you to comment Amen below. Together we are a family united by faith, love, and hope. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for being part of this beautiful journey. I bless you, Dr. Charles Stanley.
Hi guys, it's Wolvie here, guys. I'm just here in Mike's room. I see some of the comments here, and some of you people say, I don't believe it until I actually see the money. Most of it's all disinformation. Nothing's coming. You know, this guys, keep that to yourself, because all you're doing is lowering the energy, right? When good news are coming, someone has to come in and tries to be like he knows it all, right? No, it's all bullshit. Nothing's coming, you know? Guys, if you're in this, then you ask yourself, why are you here for, right? Because according to some of you, nothing's happening because you guys haven't been paid. I can tell you with 1,000% assurance that things have started. Just because it hasn't come our way doesn't mean it hasn't started. So keep elevating your energy, guys. Keep elevating your energy, right? Because all you're doing is putting other people down. It's unfortunate some people cave in and say, yeah, he's right. We're seeing this in so many other rooms. So guys, keep the energy up, please. Okay? It's definitely has started. All right, take care.
Mike Barra responds, Wolvie is 100 on this. People have been paid out. We are coming soon. Forwarded from A2Z Dreams RV and XRP channel. This was posted on the Chosen Ones channel. So someone posted it there. It was just screenshotted and posted on Chosen Ones channel. I think JR commented, this is a rather direct statement. The KRG is ready to make money and help their people to rise up and have a fantastic future. The meaning should be very clear. This is something everyone should want for people and humanity. Majeed on X. KRG urges the resumption of Kurdistan region's oil exports as soon as possible statement. Meaning, you corrupted Iraqi governors, stop being a fungioli and change the rates so we can start exporting oil. And Majeed always links intel that backs up from what he's just said. Rudor English just basically said what Majeed has stated. Posted on the Chosen Ones channel. Forwarded from A2Z Dreams RV and XRP channel, A2Z. And I would say this was commented by JR, Wolverine's admin. Could be. The other two admins, they never make a comment, they just forward it. So I'd say this will be from JR. Keywords, budget, tables. They said they would release them by the end of February. Less than 10 days to see if they reveal the new rate in those budget tables. Smooth Ray, on X. Alert Iraq. To the Iraq government, don't think we forgot about the budget schedules, tables that you guys supposed to be releasing by the end of this month, stated in an article released on 19th of January, where it will expose a lot, including the rate, one way or another. Pay attention to the schedules. Oh, by the way, also haven't forgotten about your missing Gazette, number 4782 either. Respectfully, Iraq Citizen and Dinar International Investors. Posted 7:51 a.m. 02/19/25. Posted on the Chosen Ones Telegram, forwarded from Fred Koch. TNT said authorization happened yesterday at the later of two meetings, Tuesday, when a live rate was given and Iraq posted it in the Gazette. People holding SKR's safekeeping receipts were to be taken care of first. Next in line were those who had purchased currency from the bank and then TNT. Tony said that the bank, presumably Wells Fargo, had told him that his group was going to get the high rates and their group would be completed within 5 days. The rest of us, 4B, would receive notifications, appointments on Monday. He said he wasn't sure whether we would get the highest rates or not. As usual, he has told his group there are only 2 gurus who are going to get the special first dibs on RV. No mention of Bruce, whose group dwarfs TNT. We are apparently to be treated as Tier 5. Of course, Tony has his group believing they are in a position of privilege. They are not. I would imagine Doge might find any shenanigans having occurred in the RV. Careful TNT and the bank employees on his payroll. This was posted on the Chosen One's Telegram, forwarded from Rapid Updates. Rapid Iraq Update Alert. The central bank neglect. What could lead to collapse? How will Iraq confront US sanctions on banks? This gets kind of murky, but according to Reuters sources, meetings were held last week in Dubai between officials from the central bank. The sources considered that this step would greatly limit ability of these banks to conduct transactions in dollars, which would affect most financial operations that take place outside Iraq. Here are the list of the bank's new sanction decision. Arab Mashriq Islamic Bank, United Investment Bank, Al Sanam Islamic Bank, Musk Islamic Bank, Amin Iraq for Islamic Investment and Finance. Raffidain Bank still under US scrutiny and may not have any sanctions at this time. According to what I am reading, the central bank ignored all the reasons related to the American sanctions, according to Hantouche, and focused on the issue of selling the dollar inside Iraq and preventing it from being used by citizens who are not included in the reasons for the previous American sanctions. I'm also hearing rumors that this currency RV is a done deal. Only rumors, and I am not pushing this either, but the news is freaking weird. Under the Trump administration, President Trump believes Iraq is a lung for Iran. And that's the source. What the hell is happening with Iraq? I'm feeling excited and down at the same time. Stay rapid. Forwarded from Wolverine. Guys, I just received a call from my associate that they are close to shutting the table for the Yellow Dragon bonds notes. If you are interested in acquiring one or more, please send me a DM and I'll send you the information. The Yellow Dragon bonds are considered to be one of the most valuable assets in the RV, as they are worth millions, close to $1 billion, as stated by MarkZ. Be blessed, everyone. Wolverine. So I put on the link to the Chosen One's channel if you're interested. I also shared the video that Wolverine posted about the video of these dragon bonds that their whale holds. I mean, these boxes of them. I think I posted that video a couple of days ago. Be kind, be fair, be honest, be true, and all these things will come back to you. Always remember, what goes around comes around. Beautiful thoughts.